Good morning. A little technical issue there, but you're on the podcast, and I want to talk to you about a subject that is important: how to leverage your assets for better cash flow. 3 tips to grow your cash flow. This is number 4 in our ecosystem. So it's important to understand the ecosystem because that drives everything. But it's also important to know, how does a magazine leverage your cash flow? Okay, it's the system. So this magazine, Kennesaw Happenings, which you can get on Amazon, just search Kennesaw Happenings, is our foundation of our plan to have 100 magazines in 2025. Why do we say that, and why should you listen? You could be a part of this. You could be a part of supercharging your cash flow. And you do it through community, and you do it through combining digital with print. We're in a digital transformation as we right now. So if you can put both of those together, because we still like to touch and feel things, we still like to look at things. If you're looking at a digital screen all day long, your eyes will be crossed. But you got to look at physical things. So combining those takes our podcast, creates stories. We put the stories in the magazine. And in our case, 20 stories per magazine, per topic, and per focus. So let's take Kennesaw Happenings. We're Kennesaw, Georgia. So that's what's happening in Kennesaw. Actually, there's 30-some stories in there, but it was just kind of to give people an idea of the potential to supercharge their cash flow. And you do it through stories. You do it through community. You do it through combining physical and digital. This is available on Amazon, so you can get a physical copy of this. It's available in a digital form, so you could get that. You could send it to people. And when you look at this, you're bringing stories together, you're bringing a community together, and you're bringing a focus on a particular niche market that you want to go after, or you want to focus on solving a solution. Let me give you a little bit bigger idea. I walk the market pretty regularly, and I walk shopping centers, and I'll meet the business owners. What I find is business owners don't really know their neighbor. Yeah, they know the name, they know that, but they don't know the story behind that business owner. And the stories are what connect people. So if you can imagine this magazine in a shopping center, let's say we have 20 individual stores. If each store is helping the community, which is the shopping center, and the stories are in the magazine, so you can understand better your neighbor's story, you're going to develop a stronger community within that shopping center. So each niche can have a magazine. So why is 100 magazines our goal in 2025? 100's a round number. I don't know. It's a number that's worth reversing engineering. First, you set your goal, then you figure out how you get there. So we're going to get there with partners, collaborative partners like you. And if you are up for this, and let me just go down here, take the assessment first, because if you want to be part of something bigger and share your story in our collective magazine, this is the first step. Take an assessment. You can go to, Let me see if I can put it up on the screen. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes. Go to petekane.me/magazine. Okay. Now, let me go back to this screen. So if I go down, Shepherd Center, full-time certified high performance coach and podcaster. That's our collective magazine. That's what one cover looked like. So you can see the magazine right in here. Okay. You can register here. So if you're in an area and you're interested, get on a waiting list. And there's a process for that. You want to see what we have on Amazon Publishing, the different magazines, the books. That's Amazon's got an incredible publishing arm, as most of you know, because you've been ordering books. You want to see some of the sample chapters, you can click right here and see some of the sample chapters of individuals who are on and in this magazine. So the first step, take an assessment. Be able to see if this is something you want to supercharge your cash flow, because there's a whole strategy behind it, but it starts with an assessment. But just to give you the big picture of it, think of thousands of magazines connecting the digital world with the printing world, connecting stories with businesses. When you connect stories with businesses, people remember stories. Everybody has a story that's in business. How did you get into that business? Why did you get into that business? What problem are you solving in your business? These are the kind of stories that are in the publication. So order one. Just go. It costs you, I think it's $13.75 or something like that. But it's 190 pages. So it's a little bigger than our normal magazines that we will have after this one. We have them in Canada too. So, but you need to understand how a magazine, which is number 4 on our ecosystem. And let me give you a master class right here. I want to give you something that you'll be able to take and understand, because do your homework. Do your homework. If somebody shared this with you, you may not know who Podcast Pete is. You can search me, search online. But if you want to go to petekane.me/masterclass, you'll understand our 10 steps to scaling and growing your business by 10x in our ecosystem. Number 9, AI. So if you haven't been hearing about AI, or you don't know the whole story behind AI, go to number 9 and take my partner, Jeff Bourgeois, his course free on AI. That way you get a better understanding. You don't want to take a soundbite from a media clip with somebody just throwing something out there when you got to know the whole story. You got to dig deeper. That's the advantages of podcasting. Dig deeper. Go on there, search him, look at things, look at the assessment, look at Daniel Priestley, understand more about how assessments make a difference in how you can create leads in your business. Then you'll understand waiting lists, because each one, so if we can get to 100 with people raising their hand say, I'm interested. If we just have an idea and we put it out there, maybe people aren't interested in it. But if people pay and are on a waiting list, they're putting up their hand saying, yes, I'm interested. That's when you know you are getting, your idea is legitimate. Until people pay you, it's just a good idea. That's why you have to create capacity in your business. You have to have a capacity goal for your business. And when you have a capacity goal, you have pricing flexibility. And you want that, or you're just a commodity. And a commodity is a race to the bottom. And that's not a way to build a business. Being the cheapest out there And then you'll find somebody's a little bit cheaper, and then you go a little bit cheaper, and then you go racing to the bottom, out of business. But if you understand these 10 principles, 10 steps, the ecosystem that's been created for you. Now, if you go to pkane.me, you can take an assessment. We have 3 avatars. I know this is a little bit off of what we're talking about, but it's important for you to understand, because you got to be one of them, or there's no sense even pursuing it. Avatar 1, entrepreneurs that want to grow and scale their business by 10x. That's what you want to do. You have to have a different mindset than somebody who just wants to be busy, checking off boxes, and just grow gradually. There's a book out there by Dan Sullivan and Dr. Benjamin Hardy. 10x is easier than 2x. Get it, read it, understand it, put it through AI, get your summary, understand the principles of scaling. And if you do, you'll be better prepared as we come into next year. And absolutely, it's going to be the biggest year you'll ever see in our country, because the perfect storm of opportunity is there. You want to be a part of it. When opportunity knocks, got to go through the door. If you don't, you'll miss the opportunity. So the magazine, if you are interested in being a part of this ecosystem, check out the masterclass. Understand the steps to scaling your business, because it does increase your cash flow. And cash flow is everything if you're going to scale your business. And you can only scale your business if you've got more demand than supply. And you have to create that in your business. And there's a whole different podcast on that. And you can listen to anything that Daniel Priestley puts out there. And he'll share. You'll understand deep into, because he's built 8 businesses over his, I don't know, let me see. I bet you he's about, 45, 50. So he started when he was 21. So let's say 21, 50, that's 29 years, if that's my math is right. Yes, that is right. So that's 29 years of proving scalability. That's why he's one of my mentors. So have I scaled businesses? No. Have I been out here working hard? Yes. Now I'm going to scale your business if you want. You have to take an assessment first. You have to understand the masterclass, the ecosystem that we've created. Then, if you want to take action on this strategy, which each one of them can be scaled of the 10, this can be. If you're in an area around the country and you're interested, get on the waiting list. Let us know. Let us know by a buying signal. Let us know you're interested, not just, hey, that's a great idea. You vote with your dollars. When you vote for your dollars, and I got a podcast in 6 minutes, so I got to run it down. So thanks. Let me give you one more. Let me give you one more call to experience. Okay. Call to experience. Take the assessment. Take the master class. And then if you want to do more of your research, go to the magazine page, which you're seeing right here, and you can check it out. And if you're interested in being a part of this as we expand next year to 100 magazines, get on our waiting list. Thank you so much. Go make an impact, make a difference.